Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling a huge question that's probably on the mind of every Java developer out there who's watching the AI revolution unfold.
Right? You see AI everywhere. It's transforming industries. But if you're a seasoned Java developer, you're probably wondering, how do I plug this into my big, robust, enterprise-grade Spring Boot applications? You need a solid bridge from the world you know to this new world of AI.
Because the old way, well, it's kind of a mess. You'd be stuck wrestling with a different SDK for OpenAI, another one for Google Gemini, a third for Anthropic. You'd be writing tons of custom glue code just to make them talk to your app. That's a direct path to vendor lock-in and a total maintenance nightmare. But of course, there is a better way, a much more familiar way for all you Spring developers.
Okay, so let's get into it. Meet Spring AI. This is really the hero of our story today, and it's designed to feel like a completely natural extension of the Spring ecosystem that you already know and, let's be honest, probably love.
And honestly, this is the best way to think about it. If you've ever used Spring Data to switch from, say, a PostgreSQL database to MySQL without changing a single line of your repository code, well, you're already halfway to understanding the magic of Spring AI. It brings that same incredible level of abstraction to the wild world of AI.
So what is it exactly? It's an official Spring project, and its whole job is to give you one single, consistent way to program against all sorts of AI tasks. This means you get to focus on building amazing features, not on the low-level plumbing of just trying to connect to different AI providers.
But here's the thing. A standard AI model, even a brilliant one like GPT-4o, is kind of like a genius intern on their first day of work. Incredibly smart, knows about everything in the world, but it knows absolutely nothing about your company's private documents, your internal APIs, or your secret knowledge base.
So how do we fix that? We solve it with a really powerful pattern called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG for short. You can think of it as giving that genius intern a cheat sheet with all your company's important data. This technique grounds the AI in reality, which dramatically improves accuracy and, maybe most importantly, stops the AI from just making stuff up.
The way RAG works is actually pretty straightforward. First, you take your documents, your PDFs, your wikis, and you break them into smaller chunks. Then, use an AI model to turn those text chunks into a series of numbers, called embeddings, and you store them in a special vector database. Now, when a user asks a question, you search that database for the most relevant chunks of info and feed both the user's original question and that data to the AI.
And here is where it all clicks. The difference is just night and day. Without RAG, you ask a question about your tool and you get a generic textbook answer that's basically useless. With RAG, the chatbot has access to your actual documentation and gives you specific, actionable steps. It literally transforms the AI from a generalist into a true domain expert.
Okay, so making an AI smart is one thing. That's cool. But what if we could make it useful? What if we could empower the AI to go beyond just answering questions and actually do things inside our application? This is where things get really interesting.
This is all possible thanks to a game-changing feature called function calling. It's like connecting the AI's brain directly to your application's hands. It allows the AI model to call your existing Java services and your REST APIs to get real-time information or even perform actions on behalf of the user.
And the flow is pretty magical. Check this out. The user asks something that needs live data, like the weather. The AI analyzes this and goes, whoa, I don't know the current weather in Boston. But hey, I see you've registered this handy little current weather Java function that can find out for me. It then asks your Spring app to run that function, gets the result back, and uses that fresh data to formulate a perfect, up-to-the-minute answer.
So this all sounds amazing in theory. But you're probably thinking, okay, but is this stuff actually ready for the demands of a real live enterprise production environment? It's a fair question, so let's pop the hood and take a look at the engine.
First off, Spring AI is completely vendor agnostic. You can connect to the big proprietary models from OpenAI or Google, or you can even run powerful open source models right on your own machine. And get this, switching between them is often as simple as changing a single dependency in your build file. Plus, you get enterprise-grade observability right out of the box with Micrometer, so you can track performance and, crucially, you can track your costs.
But what about raw performance? We all know running these huge models can be expensive, so to make them truly enterprise-ready, we've got to optimize. Techniques like model pruning, which is like trimming away the less important parts of the model's brain, and quantization, which speeds up the math by using less precise numbers, when you combine these, they make a massive difference in efficiency and speed. And the impact of those optimizations isn't just a small bump. It is absolutely staggering.
Just look at this. A base model might take a full second and a half to respond, but by applying those techniques we just talked about, we can slash that response time down to well under a second.
Let's put a hard number on that. We are talking about a 57% reduction in latency. That is the difference between an application that feels slow and clunky and one that feels responsive and genuinely interactive. This proves that high performance isn't just some pipe dream, it's absolutely achievable.
So you're sold. You want to start building. How hard is it to get started? Well, this might just be the best part about Spring AI. If you're already in the Spring ecosystem, it is ridiculously simple.
No, seriously, look at this code. Once you have the right Spring Boot starter on your class path and your API key is in your properties file, this is it. This is literally all the code you need to make your very first AI call. A simple chat client, a prompt, and a .call method. That's the whole thing. It's elegant, it's familiar, it just feels like Spring.
So there you have it. Spring AI provides this clean, portable, and incredibly powerful bridge to bring the next generation of AI into the Java ecosystem you already know and trust. It handles all the hard stuff, so you can focus on innovation. Which really just leaves one final question for you to think about. What's the first thing you're going to build?